now. I'm going to go to Igal first. You came to United on the back of a 7-1 victory. What did you make of your team's performance and the result today, mate?
I thought you guys played quite well. I'll give you guys credit. I thought you guys are actually fighting into the end. Both teams could have won it, but you guys had some dangerous chances at the end. And maybe we kind of are lucky to come out of that game with a draw at the end, because David Raya, Declan Rice saved us. Mikel Moreno gave you guys a chance on a plate later in the game. You could have easily won the game. And I'll give you guys credit. You guys really played well. Defensively, you guys made it difficult for us to create chances. And we have to look at ourselves once again saying, how are we not creating better chances? How are we not getting ourselves going? We've had similar issues throughout the season. And once again, they come back up. Arteta and Arsenal, we need to just look at our attacking play and see what we can do from now to the end of the season, because we can't go off the excuse that we have injuries forever. There needs to, off the back of scoring 7-1, you'd think that we would have at least a little bit of a better offensive performance in today's game. But I'll give you guys credit. You played a 5-4-1 or 5-3-2, and you guys played quite well defensively. And then going back to one more thing, Declan Rice, you score a goal, it's 1-1, don't celebrate. Get that ball, take it to the halfway mark, let's go again. Because this whole celebrating thing, I thought that was embarrassing. You can't, Declan Rice, you need to get yourself together, because he was one of our best players in the game. He was absolutely killing it. Defensively saved our ass. But that right there, he needs a mentality switch. We're not at West Ham. You're at Arsenal. We don't go and celebrate a 1-1 when the game's not even decided yet. We need to go and win this game. And that's the kind of things where I'm looking at. I'm saying, does he have his head switched on correctly? David Raya saved our ass, but the free kick in the first place, Trossard shouldn't have given away the ball the way that he did. And what was he doing? Standing all the way. He could literally touch the other pole. That's how close he was to the other side of the net. And he gave you the whole side. And you know what? No refereeing decisions. No crying like people think I always cry after every result. I'll give Manchester United fair play. You got the draw, but hey, we keep it going. What is that? 2 years straight you haven't been able to beat us. So I'm okay.
Can I ask a question before everyone goes?
Hang on. Sorry, Mo. I'll come back. I'll go to you next. We beat you a few weeks ago in the FA Cup, mate. That says L next to your name, W next to us.
Not in the Premier League.
He means Premier League. Guys, you know what you mean.
And by the way, technically some penalties. So,
Igal, I want to ask a question. A couple of days ago, you were on my channel and you went so tough on Olo, who said, "I'm not taking anything away from the PSV win, because that doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things." Do you still stand by that point?
You know what he was saying, I disagreed with the fact that you can't take anything away from the game. I understand that you can't go and jump to major conclusions off the back of a 7-1 win, but I do think the confidence can be gained. You can look at certain things you've done in that game and take that away from it. So the 7-1 win, what we know is, if teams open up and they give us opportunities, we're going to create them and we're going to score bunches. Manchester United did a good job of not giving us the opportunities and making it very difficult defensively. So I think you can still take away that there's a reason why Manchester United set up the way that they set up, because they've seen the PSV result and they're like, that we're going to get the opposite result if we do anything.
It's literally how we set our teams up every time.
No, we didn't see PSV. I was like, yeah.
Can you let me go quickly?
Ash, I know you don't have a lot of time for us as well today. Obviously, from an Arsenal perspective, it would have been nice for the win to kind of follow up from that PSV game. Were you surprised at all with the lack of gilt-edged chances today, or was it kind of what you expected based on the last couple of games and most of your attack being out injured?
No, it was definitely what I expected. I did a predictions show with Saad a couple of days ago, and I predicted a 0-0. So I'm actually surprised both teams even scored, to be honest. I never thought we would take anything from the PSV game into this kind of game. Look, the PSV game was impressive, don't get me wrong, but when a team like PSV concedes 7 goals, that's, I think, a little more to do with them being really bad that day, more than the other team slapping them up. And that applies to any team that slaps them up 7-1 at their ground. Look, I agree with Igal. I think you guys played really well. And to add to Cam's point, I've never understood the slander on Bruno. Yes, I agree he's got some bad games for you guys here and there, but I think he's one of the least of your problems. I remember when we played this fixture a year ago at Old Trafford, when we won 1-0, I did the preview with Staffy on Sarge channel, and I was like, I don't know why he slanders, and we had a huge argument about it because Staffy obviously dislikes Bruno like crazy. But he obviously came up clutch, and I think Raya saved us a couple of times. I wouldn't necessarily say you were a better team. I still think overall, I would still say we were better. I think one of the big chances you guys got, which honestly should have been scored, was a blunder from Moreno. I don't know what the hell he was doing there when he gave the ball away. Thank God for, obviously, Rice. And then Raya came up with a clutch save from Bruno, obviously, later. But I think we could have done better. Odegaard had a good chance when we got that squared ball and he hit it straight. Not straight to Raya, but it was a very weak shot. Tierney put in a very good cross that I think Trossard should have at least put on target at the very least, and forced Onana to make a good save. But yeah, look, it's not the greatest result. I'm not as mad given that the league is done anyways from weeks ago. So while I'm annoyed at this match in a vacuum, and I think we should have done better, but I'm not that mad just given that we only have one thing to play for right now. I think removing Waneri was a stupid mistake. Yeah, I know he was not killing it in the first half, but you took him off and you brought on Martinelli, who doesn't even play well on the right wing.
Don't you think
He's
it's
never been good on the right wing?
Don't you think it's tactical? Because it's happened every game. And at this point, I just think it's the player might not have the fitness to play the full 90.
I don't think so, because he's played 90 minutes before in other games and he's done okay, especially in a game when we're losing. If we're winning, I agree with you. But if we're losing and we need to make some sort of adjustment, I think Trossard was having a stinker of a game. Moreno was doing nothing up front. You're bringing on Martinelli, play him up top or play him on the left wing. Why are you playing him on the right when he doesn't do anything? He's so predictable. He just wants to go on the outside because he's not a right-footed. He's not a right winger. He's a left winger. I thought that was a very, very poor decision in my opinion. I think if Waneri was still played, and we brought on Martinelli, I think we would have had better counterattacks. But
if I ask, just very quickly on that, if I ask the Man United fans like for a quick yes, no, were you guys happy when you see Waneri come off?
No,
not really bothered. Indifferent.
He didn't really do much in the game, so
yeah, he didn't have a great game either. So
yeah, I get you guys, but the thing is, some players don't have like these good games, but they come up in moments. The guys we left on are less likely to have good moments, like Moreno, like Trossard, who I thought also was being horrendous. I'd rather keep someone who at least can shoot with his left foot, can cut in on the left. He might have not done anything, but I think removing him and putting Martinelli on that wing, I think was like a double whammy. Like we took off a player who can have moments, and we brought on a player who can have moments only on the left or as a striker, nothing on the right. So it kind of killed our attack.
Martinelli didn't scare me though. I'll say that. I wasn't like, oh my god, Martinelli's coming on. So
yeah, because we were playing a low block, I was pretty sure that he would be okay. He did obviously have that chance. We had acres of space because I don't know what our team were doing when that happened, but he fluffed it. So
yeah, that was the one opportunity where he really I just can't believe he went for that. I mean, I know Onana's dodgy, but he's going for the near post there, Martinelli, when he should either be lacing it to the back post or try and find Trossard, because Trossard's onside because Martinelli's ahead of him. And Trossard was ahead of our centre-backs at the time. And if he gets the ball right, if one of our centre-backs touches it, it's probably an own goal as well. So there was that one moment there.
And that started, Terry, by his poor control. His control took the ball to the right. If he controlled it correctly, he would have got it on the inside. I know Aiden Heaven can maybe run, but I think Martinelli would have beaten him in a race. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I think
I thought Heaven coming on actually helped you guys because he has a little know-how of how we play.
To be fair, Yaro was playing well. Like it didn't matter. Yaro played a good game.
Yeah. You're acting like it was a big tactical thing. Heaven did on Arsenal. It was basic defending, bro. Like you were shocking.
CIA double agent in that.
Do you know the frustration? Okay, I'm not giving you guys no credit again.
No, I get it. Look, he did well when he came on. You know, he won his aerial duels, he won his ground duels, but like Yoro was playing. The frustrating thing for me with Yoro coming off is he is still young and he's game time, but he's had a couple of performances recently where I've seen people online, like rivals, going in on him, and I'm watching him and I'm like, he's starting to look comfortable, good on the ball, great anticipation. That sort of, he's young, so I wouldn't put him into that category yet, but there is the potential for him to become one of those Rolls-Royce-esque centre-backs. But he just keeps picking up these silly little knocks and injuries, and I'm hoping it isn't his metatarsal against. It looks like the top of his foot, but no, very, very good performance from him today.
Apparently, it's a foot injury. Sorry, real quick.
Yeah,
be a reassessment.
And again, it was Arsenal the last time he got injured for a long period of time. It was
in the pre-season, which was I feel like that was last season now.
So many bones in your foot, you never know what's
crazy.